There we go. Looks like Metallica's off. And hello everyone, welcome to another round of the Winter Amateur Circuit Tournament. No upgrades. I'm Dane Draco, and joining me today is Goofbrush, after just having a match with each other that ended no more than like half an hour ago. So this should take about half an hour, and we are starting right now. Metallica is pretty fearsome in this category, but he rusted enough to do it. 51's pretty decent with Evie. And ooh, slams into the rock. My money's on Bulba King Bean just said in chat. Uh-oh. Fire healed that very quick. And okay. Okay, final lap.
Hey, Game Draco, can you hear me? Can stream hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Yeah, I can hear you fine.
I just need to see if stream can hear, or if I'm too loud.
You're good.
Okay.
And we have Boonta on the Mon Gazza Speedway. I have to say, this is probably, I'd say, the scariest track of the run, along with Vengeance, just because you are certain to lap the AI on Mon Gazza Speedway.
Yeah, that's true. Have to play safe around the AI.
Yeah, because, yeah, you're certain to lap them. Well, 11.
I've actually died to AI before and then crossed the finish line in a death state, which is quite funny.
I have done that a few times myself.
Most of the time you die right before the finish line. Okay, Metallica finished. Oh well, sorry, I'm ahead. Metallica just finishing now.
Yeah, but Daco the 102. And on to Beedo's Wild Ride. Yes, Mike, there is no skips in this turn. You're right.
Yeah, no skips. I think the only skip would be
The training.
yeah.
Which Metallica did do, and knocked with a 103.
Hunter training skip saves around 1 minute exactly. Well, a little over 1 minute. Only Metallica and Damire have done it.
Dom.
Yeah.
Metallica was the first, and Dom had to do it just to beat him.
Makes the start a lot harder, that's for sure.
At least it's the first track, though.
That's true. But in AMC, you kind of bank on EB being the easiest part.
Yeah, AMC, yeah, you bank on. He is the pod you start with any RTA run of this game of tournament, whether it be 100%, semi-pro, galactic, and amateur.
Yep. He's the fastest out of the starting pods with no upgrades. You do have Elan Mac, that's right. But he's not very good. No upgrades.
But just because and Knock takes the first death, that hurts. But then this is a track where it's really easy to die on.
And at least it's an EB death, because Aldar deaths are worth a lot more. I think around 7 seconds with Aldar because he has such low acceleration.
He actually has the worst acceleration in the game, tied with Rat's Terrell. And no upgrades, he has the worst. No upgrade is the worst of the worst with acceleration.
Yeah. But his top speed, no upgrades, makes up for it.
Yeah, but one bonk and you lose it all.
That's true.
One bonk or you have to brake, you lose it all. Mike says that goof encounter gets Jacko and just said yes, and you just replied goof. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
What do you mean, rip?
This. Yeah, and then I would say this. Ooh, into the red. That's really easy to do on there. That tunnel is super terrifying, particularly at low frame rates on the 64 that I just did.
Did you die there in our match?
Once on Vengeance, which I just hate. It's my most, I think I consider it one of the 5 hardest tracks for me in the game, along with Abyss, Fire Mounted Rally, Gravine, and Boonta Classic, and Aquilaris Classic, and he's already switched to Beedo.
Yeah, 24 frames per second is not, doesn't really go well with Vengeance. But both of these players are on PC, so I think they're both running 60 or at least 40 frames per second.
Yeah. I'm not going into it. Just gonna switch to Beedo.
Switching to Beedo, and maybe taking the menu a bit safe, because if you spam through that menu, it's really easy to just start the next track without switching to Beedo. I've done that a few times.
Yeah, I remembered there was this technique I remembered from was actually a thing about a pit stop race crew strategy, and their advice was slow is fast, clean is fast.
Yeah.
Because that's what I tried to do when I switched over to Clegg, was I just tried to make sure I did it in increments so I didn't zoom past the pod or forget to go to him.
You can lose a surprising amount of time just through menus in this game.
Yeah. Especially on upgrade runs. No upgrades have the luxury of having to not tap the junkyard.
Oh yeah, and then yeah, the junkyard is its own separate beast.
Ooh, those are some bad bonks Nock took.
Losing a lot of speed.
Look at that. Yes. I mean, sometimes you can lose to the point where Eevee's faster. And but yeah, Beedo is just but Beedo is just terrifying to use at 24. In fact, he's practically impossible to be controlled on Vengeance.
Did you use him at all? Like, did you use him on Aquilaris or Spice Mine?
I could get decent with Spice Mine, but the effort just didn't seem worth the effort because of the stress of being on the final track. And Beedo is a really hard pod to handle under stress.
Yeah, that's true. Especially in tournament. Metallica just finishing up and heading to Malastare 100.
Yeah. This track is actually a clone of Sonoma Raceway. King Bean Dipper said, check, when is any percenturity? And then Nacho said when Ace comes back, which would probably be no.
Yeah, this is my first tournament, Mike.
Yeah, it was for both of us.
I'm hoping to see you in next year's tournament, so I wanna race against you.
Yeah.
Nice. Good to hear.
Yeah. Oh!
That's a shame.
Oh!
You hate to see those kinds of deaths.
Yeah. But then it's pretty amazing to not die on Vengeance, even with Beedo at 60 FPS.
It should be King Beam. I'll look. Yeah, this hairpin is it's manageable, but Aldar doesn't have the greatest turning, so makes it quite hard.
Yeah. Yeah, the trick is to decelerate, then slide. I am amazed that didn't cost more than it did for Nock.
Bonking on that wall actually, I mean, it does lose like some amount of speed, but it doesn't, not like, it's not enough to really worry about.
And attacker coming in.
And on to
There we go, Vengeance. Oh. Oh. Vengeance is such a brutal track. It's like, it's amazing you don't die on it regardless of what you use.
Wait, did Nock just lose all of her speed? Wasn't.
Yes, she took a double bonk in the hairpin.
Yeah, Vengeance is ooh. Grateful. Yeah, there we go. Another death for Knock. Sorry, I can see the stream a little bit earlier than you. I have to delay my reaction. But yeah, Vengeance is, from a turning standpoint, quite easy, because there's not that many turns to really be impactful, but this entire tube section is all fast terrain, so it makes the track the hardest track for managing your heat, because you want to be maximizing your time on the fast terrain.
Yeah, but my god, that tube is atrocious at 64's 24 FPS.
Yeah, it's really bad at 24, and even on 60 it gives a lot of people a hard time.
Yeah, it's like a catch-22. I mean, at 24 frames per second, you just careen all over the place and tilting certain death. At 60 frames per second, you're stuck in the middle with a risk of soft locking.
In our match, it was the first time I went deathless on Vengeance in a run.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Yeah, everything in this tube tends to kill you. So just playing it safe is definitely the best option.
Yeah. And not getting the tube speed boost either hurts even more.
Metallica onto his last lap while Nox coming up to her second.
Okay, Metallica's tapped out, so nope. Gonna boost there. Like Metallica's find some boosts. Nearly dodging the reactor core beam, which is so deadly it will kill you even with invincibility on.
Okay, that's the hard part of the run out of the way for Metallica. Oh, and Nock takes him.
Another in the same spot as the first lap too.
Yeah,
here we go, Metallica.
Without practice,
Here's
Vengeance.
Metallica's on the. Yeah, now Metallica's on Spice Mine Run. I did practice this with Beedo, but then when I tried to decide going for the run, like Duffy was saying, you'll probably be more consistent with playing Holdfast, even though he's slower.
Oh, I used Clegg here.
Yeah.
What about on M100? I guess he'd have too much traction, right?
No, he's fine on it. In fact, he's actually not a bad pick if you can't handle Beedo for M100 Vengeance and Spice Mine Run. And you use some Clegg for Vengeance completely for Vengeance because Beedo is impossible to go deathless in, unlike Clegg.
Yeah, I knew about Vengeance, and I assumed you ran it on Spice Mine, but yeah, M100. I guess you're at 24 FPS at that point, so...
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm not coming to finish a last lap on Vengeance.
Yep. Here we go. On the Spice Mine Run. Max starting as Metallica finished his first lap.
Ooh. Death from Knock.
Ah!
Spice Mine can do that to you a lot. Like, I do consider Spice Mine to be quite difficult. But at no upgrades, it's... I don't know, you can take everything a lot safer, so... Yeah. I'd say Spice Mine's one of the easier sections of this run.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say the track is much harder fully upgraded than no upgrade because the track can be really frightening with the dozer with Ben on the third lap if you don't know the cutscene delay.
Yeah. It also, the max upgrades has a really hard ending that you don't really have to worry about at no upgrades.
Yeah.
Mikey's never gonna live down the dozer moment.
I think we've ingrained that too much since that was actually the match that I did commentary on too. That was the grand final between him and Ace in 2020.
That's this section that Metallica just went through, and what Nock's coming up to now. This whole section is fast terrain, so not boosting on this is optimal.
Yeah, particularly with no upgrades.
Yeah. The longer you spend on it, the more beneficial it becomes. Metallica coming up to the last section, his last lap.
See him using the boost a little bit more just to keep the heat up. There he goes.
And a 23:50.8. That's a very good time.
Yeah. 509 is also really solid for no upgrade Beedo on this track.
Yep, that's true. Wow, that's a really... I'm scared now. I don't want to be able to go up against those sort of times.
The fastest pod racer in the galaxy.
509.
Out our Beedo.
Metallica's given us the ceremony intro, which you almost never see in 100% runs because they skip this portion.
Yep, a hard reset.
Ooh, not took a fire, but managed to heal from it. It's like Metallica stopping his stream there. Okay. Ooh, bad bonk, but I'm not coming in with a 519.
That's very respectable. And I think she said she hasn't had much time to practice.
Yeah. Hello, Metallica. Hello, Nook.
So how was that for you guys?
It started well, and then I fell apart at the end. GG's to Metallica.
Wow, what happened to you exactly?
I had a couple of dumb crashes on easy tracks, just in weird spots at the end of Aquilaris and M100, and then I started thinking, well, I have to go a little risky to try and catch up, and then fell apart in vengeance.
I see.
As you do. How was your race?
Yeah.
For me, it was. For me, it went great. Actually, I didn't die a single time, thankfully. But I admit I was pretty nervous. I don't know why this always happens to me, but every single match I have, even if I practice a lot, I still think I'm gonna mess up everywhere. So I had to play a little safe in certain spots.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me that's how I felt going into this because, oh man, the stress of doing the actual run can get you, and that might have happened to you, not if you've happened later on in the matches.
Yeah, it's funny. There's, even if it's just for fun like this, there's a lot of pressure somehow.
Yeah, and then it's like if you make a big mistake, it can mess you up for the rest of the run. Like you said, you die on an easy track where you don't expect it, and then you just end up falling apart.
Yeah, but great times from both of you. 2350 is just my PB, so I'm definitely scared to play you Metallica.
Actually, I'm scared to play you as well. I think it's gonna be close.
Yeah, I think so too.
If I make any small mistakes, that might be it for me.
Same here.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun match.
Also, Nock, your time is really good as well, because I think you haven't had that much time to practice. Is that right?
Yeah, I've been sort of slammed with work, so I didn't have a ton of time coming into this. But yeah, I'm happy enough with a 25. I think my last PB was like a 27 or something, so.
Big PB then.
Yeah. Congratulations to Metallica. Good match. And really solid time for you.
You too, actually. I was checking the leaderboard, and that puts you pretty high, to be honest.
Yeah, thanks. Actually pretty happy with that for all the mistakes that were in it.
Alright, well, GG's guys.
Yeah, GG.
Jeez.
And good luck to both of you next round.
Thanks.